The following is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Wisconsin.
Greetings from Onalaska, Wisconsin, and the banks of the Black River. Welcome to the 11th annual KRICK Three Rivers Roleo, presented by Kwik Trip. And hi, everybody. Bob Brainerd along with John Hughes. John, for a novice like me and some of the folks here who are on the banks of the Black River, it's not just folks going out there and rolling along on these logs. There's actually strategy and there's actually rules involved.
Yeah, there's a few rules, Bob, and most importantly is there's a line in the middle of the log. You may not step on or across that line. You have best 3 out of 5 rolls, and after that, anything goes.
And we've whittled it down now to the semifinals for both the men and the women. Some familiar faces will be back to try to defend their titles. And the number one seeds, John, they are the people to keep your eye on, certainly.
Definitely. In the women's division, Meredith Ingebrigtsen, the champion last year, she's back and she wants to do the double up. On the men's side, Jamie Fischer, this guy, he was in the sport for so many years as a professional. He went 4 years in a row winning the world title, took a 10-year break, came back, and last year won it again. This could be his last year of professional competition. He wants to go out on top.
We'll get things rolling right along here in Onalaska, Wisconsin, the 2018 KRICK Three Rivers Roleo on Fox Sports.
For a limited time, Kitchen Cravings 5-ounce sirloin steaks are on special, just 99 cents each. Limit 5. Get rewards for visits, fuel discounts, digital punch cards, and more. Download the Kwik Rewards app today. Kwik Trip, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Kids and water, but what do they do after they've learned to swim? How do we keep them interested in swim lessons if their enthusiasm is waning? Are the adults in your facility looking for something completely different and challenging? Think about adding log rolling to your program. Close friendships develop as rollers are engaged in fun and fitness. Log rolling is an extremely safe activity for your pool, camp, or aquatic facility.
The 2018 KRICK Three Rivers Roleo, brought to you by Kwik Trip. Big on fresh, low on price. And presented by STIHL, Real People, Steel People. And by Explore Lacrosse. Visit ExploreLacrosse.com. Welcome back to the Black River here in Onalaska, Wisconsin. The KRICK Three Rivers Roleo getting ready to roll out with the women's semifinal. It'll be Meredith Ingebrigtsen taking on Samantha Hadley in our first women's semifinal. Ingebretson, the defending champ here at the Roleo. Won it over Ellie Davenport in 2017. Ellie, you'll see her in the other women's semifinal. So perhaps, John Hughes, we'll see a rematch of the title tilt.
It's always possible, but, Sam Hadley is a very strong roller, as Meredith knows. When you get to these brackets, every one of these gals has the opportunity to be a champion. So you don't have a chance to just be patient. You've got to focus and be on guard at any moment.
Almost like identical twins, but Meredith Ingebrigtsen on the left of the log, Sam Hadley on the right. They sport those soccer shoes. Those are soccer shoes that they actually take the plastic nubs off and put in a metal spike so they can get good traction on the log.
Yeah, Western red cedar logs. You can see right where the feet are, that log's starting to get chewed up. That's fibers of the wood breaking away because those spikes are so sharp. And of course, they look so controlled on there, but they're really working the log to keep control or try to gain control.
besides the footwork, you see the size, the strong thighs to keep your balance, to keep that strength.
Core work, Bob. It's all about keeping your body and balance, center of gravity over top of the log. You'll notice that occasionally their arms start to do a whirlwind thing. They don't want that happening. That means they're fighting to keep balance. Looks like a whistle there. It could be because they're so close to the dock.
No fall there.
No fall.
Just a little too close to the dock.
Yeah, you're right, John. Just too close to the dock. We saw in some of the earlier matches that went on, there were some rocks that were away from the dock, and so they had to try to avoid the rocks and the dock. There was a lot of obstacles out there.
Truly, and it's tough enough doing the sport without that, but they're making sure to keep the gals and the guys when they come up safe from any obstacles that we don't want them to touch. There's a red buoy that is sitting over top of an obstacle in the water, so the judges have done as much as they can to keep our athletes safe, let everybody know where they are, and then of course as the judges pole them out on the log, they're directing them away from the danger area. Now once they release the poles and start rolling, they can end up coming back too. It depends on who's getting most control of the log and moving it in that direction.
And you heard the whistle, which means game on.
Time in. Now as we mentioned, the endurance factor. These gals look like they're just taking it easy, but that's a smaller log and they're working. They're working each other in the mind as well as in the body. They're trying to not give away something that they don't want their opponent to know, or of course if there's ever a split second while your opponent's feet are still on the log, you can give it a kick with the heel or a pull with the toe and try to toss them in.
And we haven't seen any splashing yet, but splashing is legal. And down goes Ingbretson.
No, that's Hadley.
Oh, that's Hadley.
Down. Yeah.
They switched sides when they came back to the dock, and so Hadley will take the first fall.
So it was looking very calm, and we said the girls were working hard, but there Meredith got the upper hand with the heel play. Now Meredith's on the left, and you could see she just heeled Sam in. She couldn't quite get back on top. That's the first fall to Meredith.
And again, best of 5. So you need 3 falls to punch your ticket into the championship. So Sam Hadley, originally from Hayward, Wisconsin, where Meredith Ingebrigtsen was born and raised as well.
These gals have been competing against each other for a number of years, and like all good friendships, when they get on the log, that stuff goes out the window. This is competition. They both want to have a chance to get through to the championship title. Again, very comfortable looking on the logs, but those gals are working hard. If we could get, such a close-up that we're under the spikes, you'd see how the fibers of that log are just tearing off right now. There's a great close-up.
Yeah, chewed up.
Once these logs are used over and over, you can imagine it becomes an hourglass look right there where they're running, because most of the time that's the balance point. They'll stay right there close. The young fella in the water there, don't worry, he's not going to catch anyone. That's when they go down, he's responsible for getting that log back to the dock so we can keep competition going. It allows our athletes just to walk back or swim back, get up and get a breather before they have to get back into the action.
Meredith Ingebrigtsen also played collegiate hockey at Wisconsin Stevens Point. You can see the correlation on the skates, good footwork. Take the skates off here, need the good footwork.
There's a whistle, time over on that log.
Let's go back to our first fall, that Hadley was able to just be a tad quicker when things got interesting.
Well, Hadley actually went down on that one, so Meredith had the speed on the back step and was able to stay up on top. You can see Meredith's looking down. Her arms start to sway, but then she did the quick back steps, and Sam got down on the side of the log. Once you're down there, that's a kiss of death. It's very hard to get back up. Even though Meredith was stepping backwards, she has very quick foot speed and was able to keep out in front.
Yeah, once the arms start flailing, John, that's not a good thing.
No.
But you see these guys and gals, they're so talented athletes. They're so strong. They train religiously, and we'll see some great recoveries, believe me. Now we're on the smallest log. Oh, they did a whistle in and called that.
They did indeed.
That's 2 falls to Meredith. This was a quick one. They released the poles, the whistle blew, and Meredith went to the back step straight away. And again, Sam was on the pull step, but she got down on the side of the log and just couldn't get back up.
Yeah, like less than 5 seconds after releasing the pole. And you could see just
Sam's so disappointed in herself that she knew what happened straight away. Of course, it's quite evident by seeing it in the video, but in her mind now, she knows, I'm better than this. I can fight stronger. I'm down 2, but she can come back. She's got to work hard. On the other hand, Meredith, the champion, she's saying, I've got her where I want her now. Now I can go for the kill. So that's the thing now. Meredith can be a little more aggressive knowing she's got a spare one, and wow.
quick work once again by Meredith Ingebrigtsen. So the champion of this Roleo in Onalaska, she will be on center stage, or center river if you will, for the championship once again. And Meredith Ingebrigtsen from Hayward, Wisconsin, once again she will defend her title against either Livi Pappadopoulos or Ellie Davenport. Those two will take to the water when we return to Onalaska.
STIHL, the power you need from the name you trust. Right now, pick your power. Fuel or battery? Pick one of our easy-to-use battery-powered trimmers. Or our hard-working fuel-powered trimmers. Your nearby STIHL dealer can help you decide what's right for you. Search STIHL or visit stihldealers.com.
For a limited time, Kitchen Cravings 5-ounce sirloin steaks are on special, just 99 cents each. Limit 5. Get rewards for visits, fuel discounts, digital punch cards, and more. Download the Kwik Rewards app today. Kwik Trip, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Back here in Onalaska, Wisconsin, the 2018 KRICK Three Rivers Roleo rolls on with the second women's semifinal. Meredith Ingebrigtsen takes care of business in semifinal number 1. Now we've got Ellie Davenport against Livi Pappadopoulos, John.
Ellie in the bright colored cap there. She is a past champion. This young lady came up from the amateur ranks and took the field by storm in her first year in the professionals. But Livi, this young lady has done amazing things working up through the amateur ranks, and now she's developed into a strong, athletic young lady, and boy, is she rolling well.
Ellie again in the hat on the right, and Livi, who's only 17 years old, John, she's on the left with the brown ponytail.
Poling out past that blue buoy, that's to signify a dangerous rock underneath the water level, so they're making sure we get them out into the safe zone.
And again, as John said, they call this the stick of dynamite, John.
It's quick, and you can already see a lot more action in this match. There's been no falls, so it's all going to happen on this log, and this may be what Livi was waiting for, to get a little more aggressive.
Davenport flailing the arms, and down Ellie goes, so Livi Pappadopoulos will take the first fall here.
Now that's a determined look on that young lady's face. Now, Bob, I noticed earlier when Ellie was coming back to the dock, here's a great replay. Boy, the water was splashing. They were both fighting. Livi was on the face side of the log, but then Ellie got on the back, and Livi just heeled it in, controlled it, and took that fall. That was a strong one. Ellie's going to be thinking a little differently now. She's got to figure out a way to try to gain back momentum to get on top.
Boy, very little movement by Livi Pappadopoulos. Once she saw that Davenport was kicking and flailing, then she just held her ground, John.
Now, you know, Livi has about 15 to 20 pounds of muscle over Ellie, and that is so much a strength thing. So when it comes to it, Ellie's now got to start to dance on top of the log. She can't try to take it to Livi, because Livi's just too strong. So she's got to turn this into more of perhaps an endurance, if she can pitter-patter. Not that they like to hear that word being said, but you know, she's got to figure something out here, because Livi's just taking it to her.
Boy, and both young ladies on the brink, and down goes Davenport again. So Pappadopoulos up 2-love here in the best of 5. That was there for the taking, John, a couple times.
It was going back and forth, but Ellie never really looked comfortable. Livi is just so strong. She's just dominating the match so far. Very quick feet, strong control there. She redirected the log, and Ellie had to go back foot and couldn't catch up.
And back to your point, John, when the two young ladies came back before they jumped on this log, you saw Ellie all smiles. What about Livi, though?
Oh, stone face.
Game face, yeah.
Yes, exactly. She knows exactly what she wants. Back into the match again. Remember, Ellie's in the pink cap. She's down 2 falls to 0. She needs to get this one back.
Yay, come on.
Struggling here early, and down she goes, and Livi Pappadopoulos takes care of Ellie Davenport in shutout fashion, John. That's impressive. 3 falls to nothing, and the 17-year-old will roll for the Three Rivers Roleo Championship. The men will be rolling on a log down by the river when we return to Onalaska.
For a limited time, Kitchen Cravings 5-ounce sirloin steaks are on special, just 99 cents each. Limit 5. Get rewards for visits, fuel discounts, digital punch cards, and more. Download the Kwik Rewards app today. Kwik Trip, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
We took on an extra allocation of Jeep Renegades at Fischer Motors just in time for the Jeep event, and we're passing the savings on to you. A 2018 Jeep Renegade Sport 4x4 starting at $19,999 with automatic air, power windows and locks, and much more. There are nearly 100 Renegades here and coming to choose from starting at $19,999. So what are you waiting for? Test drive one today at Fischer Motors in West Salem or La Crosse, your Jeep 4x4 headquarters.
Back here in Onalaska, yeah, they start them off young. You can try log rolling in a controlled environment, but you know kids, not so controlled when you get to splash, and it's legal. Chance to try out this sport in the pool before you try it out for real in the lake. 2018 KRICK Three Rivers Roleo rolls on. And now the men will take to the water, our first semifinal. Jamie Fischer, defending champ of this event, He had a lot more hair last time on his face last year, John, against Tana Hallett.
Easy to distinguish who these guys are, Jamie in the black cap, but he's the shorter of the two, but by no means the lesser athlete. This guy's been around for a long time. 2003, 4, 6, and then 17 world log rolling champion. This guy knows what it takes, but Tana Hallett at 19, boy, 2017 was his rookie year, and he did extremely well. He's a seasoned veteran now. He's coming in here, got through to the semifinal. He's going to give Jamie a bit of a run for his money.
Long and lanky is Tanner against the more powerful Jamie Fischer.
Jamie's been a competitor in the sport for many, many years.
Again, Jamie Fischer in the camp on the right against Tana Hallett. All eyes down on those feet, John.
Exactly. Even though Tana's looking from a lot higher, they're focusing on each other's feet, looking for that split second that the feet might be stationary. And you can see with this log being a little smaller diameter, now you're not only fighting against your competitor, but the water's lapping up over the top of the log and their feet are slapping, and a little extra work to do there. This is some great action. These guys aren't sticking around. Oh, Tana got him. Wow, that's a big fall against Jamie Fischer.
And big fall because it looked for a moment like Fischer had the advantage. You saw Tanner start to buckle a little bit early on, and then...
Yeah, right there, Tana did an amazing job of recovery because he was right down on the face of the log, and then he got up and healed it, and Jamie got to the face and couldn't recover. Foot speed is everything, and when you're down on the side, if you can't short step it to climb back up, you're going to go in, and that's what happened there. Jamie had to stretch out. Once that happens, you're going in.
So Tana Hallett takes the first fall, 1-0 in the best of 5. And it'll extend back out into the Black River. Pretty calm this afternoon. The humidity has dropped down. The sun's behind the clouds, so you're not battling the warm temperatures. Almost perfect log rolling conditions.
And perfect for our audience, too. They're enjoying the view of these world-class athletes out in this river. A great shot zooming in there on these guys. Very quickly back into the action. You see, stepping around. Jamie took a step back a little bit. Sometimes that's a technique to try to get the log bobbing, but he can't be taking any risks against Tana. Tana's a big, tall, strong kid, and he's got great foot speed for his height. You can see Jamie's left arm way out in front there, keeping his balance. Oh, there's a little whirlwind from Tana. Generally, that's because he's trying to go. Oh, what a recovery. Jamie almost had him down. Oh.
And then Fischer goes down. So Jamie Fischer gave Tana Hallett all he could handle, and the youngster responded.
Wow, what a test of strength that Tana just showed us there. This is an incredible recovery. Tana's feet dropped down to the inside of the log right there, and he just quick stepped right back up onto the top. And then Jamie was all of a sudden finding himself going in the wrong direction. Tana pulled him in. That's a 2 falls to none against Jamie, our #1 seed.
And it was almost like the defending champ said, okay, I'm going to bring you the best I got. Pull out my best weapons. And the youngster Tana Hallett said, I got you covered.
He's kind of saying, bring it on, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. Let's go.
Showing no fear here against the defending Roleo champ. And now looking for the kill shot. Trying to take this in shutout fashion, get that third fall, and punch his ticket into the championship.
Remember, we have a 3-minute time limit on this log. They just whistled in, so time started again. If they get, oh, I can't believe they're going to get off this log, because down to that 12-inch will be just too small. There's plenty of action here right now. These guys are working hard. Jamie knows he's got to get everything sorted out and get a fall quick. He's working it hard.
Oh. Flailing, and down he goes. And you could see Jamie Fischer in midair knew that his run was over. And how about Tana Hallett answering the call, answering against the defending Three Rivers Roleo champion.
The 4th seed takes out the 1 seed. A great match here. These guys both going at it, but Tana just had the foot speed, and oh my gosh, Jamie knows exactly what happened. He'll know how it feels, and as you said, as he was going back, he had that look on his face. That's the look that Tana Hallett has as the winner of that match.
We'll take a break, step aside. When we come back, men's semifinal number 2 coming your way from Onalaska.
He's a dark shadow under the street light. Sheriff's closing in, but he's one step behind. So he roots and he shoots and he kicks himself in. He blasts like Koskis, but he wanted. But these are rude boys from Kingston town. As soon as Johnny stepped in, it was gonna go down. A bullet to the shoulder wasn't part of his plan. Now he's running for his life with his gun in hand.
For a limited time, Kitchen Cravings 5-ounce sirloin steaks are on special, just 99 cents each. Limit 5. Get rewards for visits, fuel discounts, digital punch cards, and more. Download the Kwik Rewards app today. Kwik Trip, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Back here in Onalaska, Wisconsin, the 2018 Three Rivers Roleo rolls on with the second men's semifinal. And John, youth will be served in this matchup.
Will it ever? Anthony Polentini, 16. Connor Birdsong, 18. These guys are incredible professional athletes at this age, and this is going to be a great match.
Connor's on the left of your screen. Anthony, the 16-year-old with the white headband on the right. Connor had to get here, John, by knocking off no less than his brother.
His older brother, who had been the champion before. A great fight by both these guys. Anthony came through Cassidy Shear, which was a great match, but Anthony was just that much quicker and perhaps a little more calm and reserved. Cassidy was going after him to try to upset the apple cart, but this is going to be a great match. As you can see, these guys look very much in control. Kind of a big log. They're going to probably work through the time limit on this one. And again, they're both rolling over the inside shoulders, their right shoulders. So this is a bucking match. Oh! And a slip by Connor there.
So Birdsong goes down. A little bit of a surprise there. I think even Anthony will tell you, I'll take it, but...
Well, this is kind of a surprise. I thought they were almost at the end of the time on this log, and all of a sudden Connor's right foot right there, it just stepped back. He just lost the lost the top of the log with his right heel and went right down on the inside.
Yeah, watch Anthony.
Oh.
He's even like, really? Okay. But in log rolling, you take what you'll shake hands at the end, but this is fierce competition until that whistle.
So these guys are going at it, and I'll say this because it's again, because the two major events we've already had this year, they were in the finals against each other. So there's a lot of one wants to get back at the other, so to speak. Who's going to take this one out? And of course, this is just to get into the finals against Tana Hallett. So these guys have got a great match for each other, but they've still got to do it again to get the championship.
Connor again on your right. And Anthony now on the left with the white headband. He prefers to wear those socks pulled up with the spiked shoes. Different look.
It's a little old school look there. And by the way, those two matches that they went head to head, they split them one apiece. So this is the rubber match, so to speak. And of course, as I mentioned, they've got to get through this to get to the finals against Tana. But this is the most important thing for each of them right now. They've got to focus and do their job here.
Connor on the right, also teaches log rolling here in Onalaska. And again, they're Trying to feel each other out and see where there's an opportunity to get that log spinning and knock their opponent off.
Now remember that red line in the middle, they cannot step on or across it, and they cannot touch their opponent.
And we haven't seen any splashing yet, John, but if you do, splashing's legal. You can try to blind your opponent by kicking that water up.
Exactly, and these guys will reach down with one of their feet and just kick water right at their opponent's eyes just to try to momentarily blind them. Now, of course, weeks ago, the old loggers used to spit snooze in each other's eyes, but we deemed that illegal just 3 weeks ago. This is a professional sport. Whoa, look at that, Connor running him in.
And now we're down, or Anthony's down, to make it 1-1.
That was a bit of an endurance roll right there. They were trying to keep it pretty calm, and then all of a sudden, it looked like Anthony was going to have the upper hand, but Connor said, hey, I'm running on my good foot now. Or both feet, of course, but he was on the pull stroke, and he was able to run him right in.
Yeah, Connor that time not going to let that foot fault in the first fall get him this time. He had great footwork there.
And he had great body position. The center of gravity was right over the center of the log, so he was able to keep working his legs hard, and he had Anthony on the back foot that he couldn't catch up on.
So one fall apiece between Connor Birdsong and Anthony Polentini.
Anthony's got a little bit of the Karate Kid thing going with that white headband, and he's going to have to dig deep into himself now and realize that Connor's not here to let him have it. As I mentioned, they've had 2 matchups recently in competition that they split. So they know how each other rolls. They're looking for any little inkling that they can get an advantage. And right now, I'd say Connor's got the advantage because he's taken that fall and coming back into the match very strong.
Connor Birdsong on the left. A week from today, they'll celebrate birthday number 19, looking for an early present, which would be a chance to roll in the men's championship. And again, Anthony Polentini, only 16 years old. He'll have a birthday coming up in early August. Trying to see who can take the advantage, go up 2-1.
Again, it's what we call a bucking match. So they're both trying to be the dominating controller of the log, fighting hard against it. Look at the length of their feet, Bob. These guys have got like size 12 and 13 feet. So they wrap their feet around the pole, around the log. The inside foot will always be back, a heel back, and the toes of the outside foot will be wrapped over the front of it.
2 guys built very similarly. You see the body shape, you know, the long legs and the arms, and not very big upstairs, but powerful with the legs and the thighs.
Strong core and strong hips and thighs, definitely. You can see Anthony stands up a little taller. Connor bends over a little more, and so he's got a center of gravity a little lower to the log. Feels, obviously they're doing what's most comfortable for them. They watch each other's technique when they're here early in the morning for training, watching how they roll against other rollers. And there's the whistle.
Oh, and just in time, Polentini, you saw him, he was starting to scramble a little bit. Birdsong almost got him. But they'll swap out the logs now and give these guys a quick break. Connor Birdsong again knocked off his older brother Garrick to get here. There were a lot of eyes on that match, John. I mean, Dad was watching, and all the folks who knew the Birdsongs were going toe-to-toe. Always interesting to watch when the brotherly love goes out the window.
Exactly. Again, you know, these guys and gals are all friends with each other, but once they get on that log, it's all competition. So as brothers, yeah, that's as thick as blood. But again, when competition comes, okay, buddy, you're just someone else on the other end of the log.
And of course, the Birdsongs, they train against one another, so that was just like old times in the backyard or in the pool during the winter. These 2 youngsters, Birdsong 18, Polentini 16, looking to go up 2-1. There's the whistle, underway.
This will be a little quicker now. There's a 13-inch diameter log.
Birdsong, quick recovery. And gets
great work.
And down goes Polentini. Boy, give it up to Connor Birdsong, John. He was struggling early, and then a massive recovery, and then taking over after that recovery.
Definitely. Remember back when he got his first fall, I said he's got the advantage now. He's feeling confident. He's done a big challenge back. And watch the action here. This was Polentini on the back step, and it looked like Connor was going down also, and then they both get on top. Connor's quick feet on the heels. Polentini couldn't get up off the side of the log. Connor's definitely got control of this match right now.
Birdsong, as soon as he saw that moment, that opening, he turned into the aggressor.
He sure did, and that's a look of determination. He said, okay, he's probably not thinking confidence, he's thinking keep attacking. I've got him right where I want him now. These guys are remembering back to those other two matches. This is pulling them out of a loss and a win. They want to have the dominating hand. And of course, as we said, this is a tough match, but they got to go up against Tana for the final yet.
So Connor Birdsong on the left of the log against Anthony Polentini on the right. Birdsong looking to put away his young competitor. Some early dancing by Anthony on the right. A quick feet to recover.
Both these guys beautifully balanced on top of the log, and they've been doing this for a long time. Endurance is coming in. Quick wood. Wow, lots of white water there. These guys are working at it. Anthony's trying to heel him back in, but Connor's staying up on top of the log.
There's the whistle.
Wow.
Too close to the dock and too close for comfort, but great action there, even though neither one was willing to knock the other one off.
Right now, just neither one is willing to give up. They're fighting tooth and nail to maintain control. Some great action here. Feet all the way down into the water. Connor fought back up on top of the log, and then Anthony tried to heel it. Quick foot speed again, but Connor was right there, changing direction, fighting back and forth. Both of these guys are going at it. The whistle blew. Okay, we can breathe. But hey, 30 seconds back on the dock, and here we are back into the action.
There's the whistle. They steady themselves, and now here they go.
This could be very quick. Connor's up 2-1. He only needs one more. Best 3 out of 5 for these matches. Anthony's got to gut it out now and try to get one back. He's got to figure out something real quick.
And the choreography between these two almost in sync. And again, too close to the dock, so they'll get a reset here with Birdsong up 2-1.
This is one of the greatest matches I've seen in a long time because we've got two young, enthusiastic champions, guys that have been in the top 2 ranks over the last 2 major tournaments, and they fought it hard to get one each. And that's why right now we're seeing such a great match. Neither one of them want to give up. They know what it feels like and what it tastes like to be the champion. They want to keep that going right now. So Connor's up 2-1. Anthony knows what he's got to do because they've done it before, and it's going to be just another fantastic match here.
Whistle underway. Birdsong on the far left against Polentini in the headband on the right. Connor with the 2-1 advantage. Spins his way back into control, and now arms flailing a bit for Birdsong, and he gets Polentini and punches his ticket into the Three Rivers Roleo Championship.
What a great recovery for Connor. Remember, he lost the first fall to Anthony, and Connor just turned it all around, and he got his confidence, and he got gutsy. He got into it. When he won against him, it was a 3-2 match at the Midwest Championships, but now he's taken him 3-1 for a great finish.
Connor Birdsong will roll for a championship, but when we come back, the women will play for all the marbles. They'll get it underway here in Onalaska.
For a limited time, Kitchen Cravings 5-ounce sirloin steaks are on special, just 99 cents each. Limit 5. Get rewards for visits, fuel discounts, digital punch cards, and more. Download the Kwik Rewards app today. Kwik Trip, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Kids and water, but what do they do after they've learned to swim? How do we keep them interested in swim lessons if their enthusiasm is waning? Are the adults in your facility looking for something completely different and challenging? Think about adding log rolling to your program. Close friendships develop as rollers are engaged in fun and fitness. Log rolling is an extremely safe activity for your pool, camp, or aquatic facility.
The 2018 KRICK Three Rivers Roleo, brought to you by Kwik Trip. Big on fresh, low on price. Welcome back to Onalaska, Wisconsin, and the 2018 KRICK Three Rivers Roleo. Kody Kolblitz joining us. She runs the show here. She also competes out there, but when you're not competing, you're probably working up a bigger sweat as these two young ladies get ready for the championship. Meredith Ingebrigtsen taking on Livi Pappadopoulos. These two know each other, don't they?
They do. They met on July 4th at the U.S. Logrolling Open in the there as well, and Livi won that match in the semifinals 3-0 over Meredith Ingebrigtsen. But I would expect to see Meredith Ingebrigtsen roll well.
Livi's 17 years old, came out of the amateur ranks, which she dominated for a long time in the amateur ranks, and now she's just so focused, and as we mentioned, she's developed into a very athletic, strong young lady, Kody, which really plays well. But Livi's certainly showing to have a lot of gusto there.
Well, the thing about Livi Pappadopoulos is a couple years back I was actually her coach from little on, and so Livi actually chased Connor Birdsong, who was in the finals in her training. So she trained with Connor Birdsong, Garrick Birdsong, and Kody Kolblitz. So when you're training with those guys, that fight and that strength develops a lot.
And it's certainly proven to help her all the way through the brackets to get to this point. But, you know, we can't talk just about Livi because Meredith, our champion, this young lady's an incredible athlete. High school hockey, ice hockey player, done incredibly well on the national ranks. And she's got a strong mind as well as a strong set of legs there and very quick feet.
Yes, and Meredith Ingebrigtsen was our 2015 and 2017 world champion as well. And you just saw a big kick there from Meredith, right? She kicked Livi right into her front step. And so and a splash of water for Meredith, and her shoulders come up.
A good aggressive move. Of course, folks, the red line in the middle, you cannot step on or across. You cannot touch your opponent. But I say after that, anything goes. And we could see Meredith with the cap on, used her right foot and tried to use it like a bucket and scoop water up into Livi's eyes. You're allowed to do that to try to temporarily blind your opponent. But when you're doing that, you've got one foot on the log. And if your opponent's quick enough and can catch you, they can put you in. So it can either be good or bad.
Very risky.
Now look at what Meredith's doing. She's stepping to the end of the log to try to get it rocking back and forth. She said, okay, I've got to find something else to upset this young Livi Pappadopoulos because she's really doing a great job here.
And you see Livi going out as well now a little bit. She's stepping out a little bit and coming back. Not as big as Meredith by any means.
Livi's hugging that center line, and you can see Meredith is back on the end a little bit. Now, of course, what that does also is puts your end of the log down in the water, so you've got to contend with the water lapping up over it.
Much harder to lift your feet when they're underwater.
Truly.
Pappadopoulos, very quiet in her approach. Not a whole lot of body movement, but just studying that log and studying the footwork of Ingbretson.
When you talk about the body movement, there's a lot of core involved in log rolling, and that core is what's stabilizing her.
Oh! And down goes Ingbretson. So Livi Pappadopoulos with the early advantage in this women's championship.
Kody, help me out here with the replay because you'll be able to read exactly what we saw on that. It was a brilliant kick here at the beginning, trying to put water in the eyes of Livi, but it didn't work. And then we got to the fall here.
And so as you're watching it, Meredith's arms are flying. They go forward, and then she tips her shoulder all the way back. So she went for the kick, but she used her shoulders went forward when she went down for the splash of water. Then she came back, and Livi just kept her core rock solid and her feet in place and was able to finish her off.
So what does that do to Livi to have Meredith be that aggressive? Is that going to say to her, okay, boy, she's disrespecting me, what am I going to do? Or is it she knows it's part of the game and it's no big deal?
I think Livi knows it's part of the game, especially training with guys and bucking guys. I think she's prepared for a strong roller against that bucking match. Interesting part about Meredith, though, last year I watched her come back from down 2-0 in multiple matches to come back 3 straight, and I think that happened in last year's final.
It did. Against Ellie Davenport. Had to rally back, and her back against the wall here in 2018.
Oh, some great action. Oh, wow.
Got the feet moving quickly, John, did Livi. And once she knew she had Meredith spinning out of control, she threw it into high gear. And feeling it now. Up 2 falls to nothing.
And here's the replay on that fall. Boy, lots of action. They were fighting back and forth. It looked like Meredith was really trying to dominate, and she had Livi on the run step. But then Livi just said, no way, girl, I'm taking control of this. And Meredith went down on the inside of the log.
And down she goes. So Livi Pappadopoulos up 2-0, John, on the defending champ Meredith Ingebrigtsen.
And as Katie just said, last year Meredith came back from a 0-2 deficit. So can she do it again this year? But look at this 12-inch log, the little stick of dynamite. These gals are on there. It's just cresting the top of the water, Katie. What's that going to mean for this match?
This is going to mean the person with the quickest steps right on top of that log is going to get this battle. And this is a 13-foot. Oh!
And the battle is won by Livi Pappadopoulos. She knocks off the defending champ and shuts her out. 3 falls to nothing. 17 and primed as the new champion in 2018.
Congratulations to Livi Pappadopoulos. That's 4 straight tournaments that she's won this year.
And we knew it wasn't going to take long, Katie, because of the size of this log. You said quick feet will take it, and Livi had the quickest feet right at the end. In fact, all the way through, she showed her prowess from the first match right through to the finals.
17-year-old Livi takes the women's title at the 2018 KRICK Three Rivers Roleo. Katie, thank you for joining us. Your insight was impeccable. On to the men's final indeed. More from Onalaska when we return.
He's a dark shadow under the street light. Sheriff's closing in, bodies 1 step behind. So he roots and he shoots and he kicks himself in. He blasts like Koski's body wanted. But these are rude boys from Kingston town. As soon as Johnny stepped in, it was gonna go down. A bullet to the shoulder wasn't part of his plan. Now he's running for his life with his gun in hand.
For a limited time, Kitchen Cravings 5-ounce sirloin steaks are on special, just 99 cents each. Limit 5. Get rewards for visits, fuel discounts, digital punch cards, and more. Download the Kwik Rewards app today. Kwik Trip, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
And we return to the Black River in Onalaska, Wisconsin, the 2018 Three Rivers Roleo. And now our men's final. And a couple of relative newbies, John, will go at it for the title.
Probably one of the youngest finals we've ever had. 18-year-old Connor Birdsong on the left, and on the right, the tall Tana Hallett at 19. These guys obviously did extremely well coming up through the early matches, dominating their opponents all the way through, and now they're trying to dominate each other.
Yeah, newbies to the championship, but not to the sport of log rolling. These guys they've been tested. They've been tested here in Onalaska. They've knocked off some terrific competition to earn the right to roll for this championship.
Connor's taken it to him. He's been very aggressive.
Tana Hallett answering the challenge, recovers quickly, regains his balance, and again, steadies himself there as Connor looks for an opening.
And Bob, remember, we've talked about it before, but all these matches started earlier on in the day. These guys have gone 1 minute, 3 minutes, and then open running to get these matches done. So their endurance is really kicking in now, but also they're trying to use their power along with the endurance to control the log. And we'll start to see some billowing cheeks as they're blowing heavy as this match goes on, because they will feel the pain of exhaustion.
I feel the pain of, look at those knees on Connor as Hallett goes down. Boy, not a lot of movement, John, and all of a sudden it was quick work as Connor Birdsong takes that first fall.
That was a quick, interesting fall there. It'll be fun to see it on the replay because it looked like Tana might have just got wrong-footed, and his heel, he's starting to get tired. Bob, I can tell by looking at that. Yeah, he had his right heel forward instead of back, and he just dropped right down on the inside of the log. Oh, big pardon, the outside.
Yeah, just never recovered, never got the footing back into place to reestablish himself.
Quite honestly, Connor just took control and made that happen. That was a brilliant move. Now, remember we saw this before when he went against Anthony. He was down one and he got back up, got a win, and then he swept it. Connor's got that mindset ability to be able to stay so focused, and he gets in a position where this is mine. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to keep taking it. He's got the first one. Tana didn't get here just because he was a slouch, by no means. So he's going to fight hard. But Connor's really got his mind working well, and his body's in great sync right now.
And down goes Connor. Birdsong in the drink first, and Tana Hallett that time, his arms are flailing, John. His feet are moving, but he was able to stay on the log just a second sooner.
The kiss of death for the announcer, talking up one guy that just did so well, and then he goes the opposite direction. Great fighting by Tana. He wasn't going to give up, and Connor just couldn't keep up on the heel kick on the back step. Great work by Tana. Boy, this has turned into a one-for-one match.
Again, don't be afraid to make some noise for these guys. They're working hard.
30 seconds is all they get for a rest up on the dock after they both get back to it. A little towel off, a drink of water, compose yourself, and then the judges put them straight back out. There's the whistle. It's time in again.
Birdsong on the left, Hallett on the right. Men's championship in the best of 5.
And they've got a lot of action going on this log right now. 13-inch diameter.
Hallett keeps looking to make his move, and Birdsong as well, and neither one giving up any ground. Hallett, little slippage there. He recovers, though.
He's got the windmill going with the arms, but yes, great recovery.
Now Birdsong getting aggressive.
Whoa, two great oh, he left-footed him.
And Connor Birdsong grabs that fall to go up 2-1. He shifted gears there, John.
He did. Wow, that was incredible. You could see here, it looked like Tana had control because Connor was getting down on the inside of the log. Tana stopped the log, and Connor got right back up on top, did a back step, and Tana just couldn't recover from the inside of the log. Great fight back from Connor because it looked like he was going in there, and then he just, it was a wrong foot, not a left foot. It was a wrong foot. This 13 is going to be almost buried under the water once they get it rolling. Look, just the very top edge of it sticking up. In fact, Tana, with his extra body weight, his end of the log is down in the water. So now you're not only competing against the other guy that's got big feet trying to control it, the water is all over the place. This may not take long.
Now, Connor Birdsong, he teaches log rolling here in Onalaska. He wants to win this championship, so he can tell his students, do what I do. I know. And Tana Hallett trying to establish himself at a very young age, trying to just hang on here, and he can't, and
Wow.
Connor Birdsong.
No, we'll have to wait for the judges on that. That was so close. Oh, they gave it to Red. That's to Connor. You called it right, Bob.
I got lucky, my friend. I got lucky. But no luck involved for Connor Birdsong. He will be crowned the Three Rivers Roleo champ in 2018.
Look at how close this is to each guy trying to be controlling. Tana's reaching out with his feet, but Connor had the last foot on the log going in. That's a great win. What a great competition out of these two pristine athletes. Oh, the windmill going. I'm still touching. Connor got the right heel back on the log as a last-ditch effort.
We'll come back to Onalaska, Wisconsin to wrap things up, and John will chat with our two champions at the KRICK Three Rivers Roleo.
STIHL, the power you need from the name you trust. Right now, pick your power. Fuel or battery? Pick one of our easy-to-use battery-powered trimmers. Or our hard-working fuel-powered trimmers. Your nearby STIHL dealer can help you decide what's right for you. Search STIHL or visit stihldealers.com.
For a limited time, Kitchen Cravings 5-ounce sirloin steaks are on special, just 99 cents each. Limit 5. Get rewards for visits, fuel discounts, digital punch cards, and more. Download the Kwik Rewards app today. Kwik Trip, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers.
The 2018 KRICK Three Rivers Roleo, brought to you by Kwik Trip. Big on fresh, low on price. And presented by STIHL. Real people, STIHL people. And by Explore Lacrosse. Visit explorelacrosse.com. Well, youth was certainly served here at the 2018 KRICK Three Rivers Roleo. 17-year-old Livi Pappadopoulos, 18-year-old Connor Birdsong. They're the champions of the Roleo in 2018. They're standing by with John Hughes.
Thanks, Bob. I am with our champions, and Connor, no disrespect, but ladies first. Livy, a fantastic job today. Hey, girl, that's 4 in a row for the tournaments this year?
Yes, this was my 4th win this year.
And, of course, this is your first year in the professional ranks. You're dominating. Okay, what's made you so strong this year?
This isn't something that I start on May 1st. Spring hits, I better get in shape for log rolling. This is an entire life commitment for me. I take my diet into account. I do training all year round, and it's a life commitment, yeah.
Okay, well, it's proven that paying attention to your body and your mind is working, and you're definitely on top. Good luck for the future events. Congratulations for a great win. Now to the men's division. Connor, this has been a pretty good season because you've done 3 out of the 4, but your match against Anthony, it was a great test because you had been up against him twice in the last 2 rounds and you tied it up. This one was probably pretty good.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, my first 2 matches against Anthony, the first one I got in 5 falls. The second time he beat me 3-0. So, yeah, it was really good. Anthony has been doing a really good job this year, too.
Except now you come up against Tana Hallett. The guy is a big, tall man, very strong build, very balanced, but you were able to take control after the first fall.
Yeah. I guess I just kept fighting for it and just said, no, I'm not going to fall off the log. I just had a lot of fight in that one for sure that I'm pretty proud of, I guess.
Okay, well, congratulations to you. So he's not going to fall off a log. Bob, I think that's the right mentality to have in this match. Back up to you.
Makes sense. We told you to keep an eye on the #1 seeds. It was not a good event to be a #1 seed. They both fall as Pappadopoulos, the 3 seed, Birdsong, the 2 seed. They are the champions in 2018. Want to thank the Roleo organizer, Kody Kolblitz. Want to thank my partner, John Hughes. Want to thank our guys on the crew from Rush Media. For all the fine folks here in Onalaska, Bob Brainerd saying so long. You've been watching the KRICK Three Rivers Roleo, sponsored by Kwik Trip on Fox Sports.